Okay, this is a fix-it trip to the El Dorado Goodwill. About 4 days ago, I purchased some items and I didn't realize that I was only charged for 1/3 of an item, so I have to come back, and I feel it's necessary to come back and pay for the other two items since I did notice the mistake after I got home. So we're going to go in and see what we can thrift for e-commerce and for you. So this bird and this bird and flower were in the bucket and I didn't know they were priced separately. So I brought them back and there's my Goodwill card, discount card. And now I am going to pay for these two items. Honesty is the best policy. So I'm paying, it was a little over $4 for the both items. And we rounded up to 5 because that's what you do at the Goodwill. So here I am paying for it. There's Emmy. She's wrapping them up. And I don't think this new microphone works because I have charged it and I turn it on and I just do not have sound. So since the microphone part itself is not what broke on my other one, I am charging the microphone port itself, and hopefully I won't have to do these voiceovers anymore. This was Simply Vera Wang. I have a gray one at my house, and I haven't got it listed now, but it didn't sell in my store. So if you're looking for a Vera Wang purse, ask for pictures. I'll tell you. This is a lamp that you put the old iPhones that had the wide bottom in it. And we're in the small electronics, and here's the books. CJ and Emery were talking about this dresser. She's getting a new bedroom in her house, and new to her, and she already has a dresser that she really likes. So now we're looking at the back aisle, and somebody has donated their entire cow collection, and the kids were talking about all the cows. And I was looking through them. I don't know if cows are a hot commodity right now. I kind of in my mind think if somebody's donated their whole collection, they must be going down in value or something. CJ saw this cow pig bank, coin bank, and decided he needed it for his bedroom. He's decided he's going to try to do an animal collection, and he wants all kinds of animals, and he needed a coin bank. And this did come with a shiny copper penny. CJ actually found this ceramic cross, and it was like $4, so we got it. And I looked at this cow planter, and I didn't pull this one into focus. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better. Then I saw this little box of fake lavender. It looks like it's got a little chalkboard thing on the front of it, so if you had chalk, you could write on the front of it. And Emmy's looking through this little book, and I wasn't going to get the lavender, and then I thought, yeah, I'm going to get the lavender. because even if it's not purchased, Emmy can take the lavender out, or she can add to the decor of it. So now we're looking through the brown end cap. I picked this up and it was pretty, but just didn't really strike me much. So now we're going to go around into the woods and the browns. And I like this. It's like a little shelf that looks like a schoolhouse. I start to pick something up and a jewelry box falls off of the top shelf because you can't see it, but because I'm short. And that's why I pretty much stay away from the top shelf, is because I'm short. So Emmy picked up the jewelry box for me. And something on the back of the top shelf had fallen over and knocked the jewelry box off. In the last time I was at El Dorado, I tried to show you this little key holder, but I didn't pull it into focus. I'm trying to be more conscious about that. So I come around here to look at the greened end cap, and I found these two bunches of flowers, if I can get them untangled out of here. They had hooked the bottom. There, I got it. Okay. One of them is a larkspur, and the other one is just a green hydrangea. And I decided that we could get both of those at 99 cents a piece. I did look up the comp on this green dish because I thought it might be something. It looked vintage to me, but the comp value is only like $5 on it, so I left it for that reason. And then Emmy found a bunch of grapes that she wanted for her artwork. So I'm going down the aisle. This, I think, was a lipstick holder or something. And that was a trivet. And then this is so kitschy and 70s. And it's actually marked 79. And then Emmy was showing me something, but it didn't interest me. And then I found this red and goldish looking cross. It is a Hobby Lobby piece, but it is still just so pretty that I decided we would get it. So I'm back down through the baskets. And then I picked up this little wooden tomahawk thing. It's got Chinese writing on it or something. And Emmy's like, CJ found that last time we were here. I'm trying not to spin too fast, but I actually do. I'm sorry. So this is the pink and purple end cap. I thought this was actually real glass because it had the look back on the shelf, but then it was just plastic. And Emmy was asking me, how can you think that's real glass? And I said, it looks like it. So and then I'm looking through to see if I can find any state mugs. I found this set of Fruit Harvest plates. They were by Wedgwood, but when I looked up the comps on them, because every one of them was different, they only comp out at like $14 a piece. And plates are really hard to sell, so I didn't want to have to hold on to them until they sold. So I opted not to get those. They are nice and I did like them, but the gold is wearing around the edges of them. And at the time, I didn't notice that bird of paradise down there. I thought these might be false-graph plates, and when I turned it over, and sure, they were false-graph, which has low resale value. And then I was looking at this compote on. They only wanted $4.99 for it, but it has two flaws. One, it is clear glass, which doesn't move very well. And two, the base of it wasn't large enough that if you got it full, it could fall over. And I just didn't think that would be very safe. So I start to go down I start to go down the plastics aisle, and there's some ladies down at the other end. At this point, I'm so thankful that my microphone's not working, because there's a group of young ladies that are so foul-mouthed. They're throwing F-bombs everywhere. Now, I looked this up. I can't remember who makes it, but it only had like a $6 resale value, and somebody had tried to sell it at a yard sale for $2, and then they wanted $3 for it at the Goodwill, so I didn't get it. This is an Avon perfume bottle, and when I looked up, whoa, the cobalt. This is a, if I can find it. Okay, it's a cobalt blue telly shoulder glass with bumps. I was trying to do the Norwegian translation, and I'm guessing it's recycled glass. And then Emmy found the Seashore Shadow Box, and then I found the cobalt blue decanter. I didn't know at the time that it was Jim Beam. It doesn't say Jim Beam on it anywhere at all. And then I looked up comps on that, and I could not find comps. And this is the other bottle next to it was a new recycled glass, and it didn't have a very high resale value either. And then I looked up this cruet back here, and it only had like a $6 resale value. When I got to check out, the ladies were like, "Did you see all the cobalt we had back there?" I did, but it had low resale value. So, and I don't want to, I'm on a budget right now, so I don't want to spend what little I have to have something just sit on the shelves. If you saw something in the cobalt that you would like me to go back and get, I'll be more than happy to go back and get. So we're going down through the plastics because the people had left the aisle. And then down here at the end is toys. We're going to go around to the seasonal. I tried to open this because I couldn't figure out what it was, and A, it was upside down, and B, I think it was just a jewelry box that somebody had glued fabric onto the outside of. And I like these. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting these because they're kind of anamorphic. I don't know how to say that word. And they may have some resale value. And then here's an anamorphic chicken boy back there. I didn't see it until I was editing the video, but it was very cute. And another quick look, and then they brought out a new cart, so we had to go check it out. And I was telling them this was from Beauty and the Beast. It's a little lamp. And then down below here is where somebody was doing the pour paints. And I thought this one was really pretty. My stepdaughter does that pour paint stuff. And then I was looking through the jewelry to see if I could find any brooches or really nice earrings. I did have a lady asking me about wood earrings because her dad used to make them. I didn't find any. I haven't found any since she asked me for them. And what the two pair I did find, she'd never come back on my video to comment that she wanted them. So, and then CJ wanted me to get the sunflower pin, but I wasn't here shopping for myself. I was here shopping for you. So I come around here, and then I found this lovebird brooch. It's like a hat pin type brooch, and I chose to pick it up. It's kind of gold tone. I didn't bring it into view. I am so sorry for that. It will be in the recap at the end of this video. So I think we are next in line. I was looking at these. I thought they were one thing, and they looked like somebody used beads to try to make an octopus or something. It wasn't what I thought it would be. So now we're next in line. It's our turn. Okay, so our total spent was $42.56. We rounded up to 43 because that's what you do at the Goodwill. Now let's go find a yard. Now we're at a yard sale. You're going to notice that the items that I purchased at this yard sale are items that you saw on yesterday's video. I got my videos and my items mixed up. So, I looked at this owl I was talking about. I have a big frog that size at my house, and Emmy's like, "You got a frog that big?" Yes, I have it. It's right at the end of the driveway where it's been for 2 years. So, and the reason I figured out I'd already shown you what was in this video was because of this little dachshund dog. I put it in yesterday's video, and it did value at, I don't have the paper in me here with me, but I only paid $1 for it, so it was $4. And I was looking at this, and I couldn't figure out the maker's mark on it. So then we go down through here, and it's kind of Christmassy stuff that doesn't interest me right now this time of year. And I picked up this vase back here with this metal flower in the top of it. It was pretty heavy for its size of a vase. And I made a comment on it, and once again, Emmy did not believe me, so she had to pick it up to see if it was actually heavy, because it didn't look heavy. So then I'm looking over here, and I noticed some Xbox and video games, and CJ's all about video games, so we go through the video games, and he said, "I already have it. I need that one for the Wii, not for the Xbox. It would just be weird playing it on Xbox." So then we did find one game that he used a free trial on the Xbox to play, and he liked it, so we went ahead and got it for him. I think it was Fallout or something. So he got that. And then this is an encyclopedia kind of book thing, a video thing about the American Civil War or something. And then I'm looking over this table. There's many things I would like to have had, but because I didn't have prices, I didn't know. And this, you saw in yesterday's video, was the opalescent hobnail bowl, and it valued at, I believe it was $4 to $30. And I go around, and once again, Emmy's standing right in my way. So I look through these mugs, and I see that heart mug right there. And when we first moved into our house in Augusta, CJ was doing the dishes and he dropped and broke a cup, and I was asking him if that was the same cup he dropped and broke, and he tried to convince me that he only broke one of Dad's cups. But so we were standing, that's what I'm doing, is standing here talking to him. Didn't I have this cup? Didn't I have this cup? He said, no, you've never had that cup. Well, I liked the cup. I didn't get it. And then I decide to look at this cup, which I thought was Ray Dunn, and it says R. Canberry Dunn on it. So I don't know if it's an old Ray Dunn or I don't know, but it's not a Ray Dunn style. So I didn't pick it up because I didn't know anything about it. And then I go around to see if there's anything in the garage, and there wasn't anything in the garage. So I asked this guy if this is where I pay, and he said, no, go up front. And then when we get up front, I asked the other guy, and he said, no, ask this lady. So I asked the lady, and then I noticed the tomato plants. She had 6 different types of tomato plants here and hot pepper plants. And they were $2 a plant, so I got myself one of each type of hot pepper plant, or tomato plant, I'm sorry, for when I put my garden out. I'm going to do tomatoes. And then they had farm fresh eggs, but since they'd set out in the 90-degree weather, I didn't get them. Let's go on to the next yard sale. Okay, now we're at the next yard sale, and you will notice through the rest of this video that you saw all the items yesterday. Things got mixed up when we brought them all into the house, and I thought they were all going to be in one video, and it turned out they were going to be in 2 videos, but I got confused as to what I purchased, and I do apologize for that. So we're looking over here on this table, and it looks to me like guy stuff, which does not interest me at all. My niche is not the guy stuff. There I am holding my phone, and I go through this yard sale, and the guy's trying to, he said, did you bring your wallet? Everything's half off. You need to take it all with you. So I was looking through. I thought that would be a good computer case, and which it would be, but I don't need it, so I didn't get it. And this was cranberry glass, and it didn't look like it was splash painted, but it also didn't look like it had a high resale value. It didn't look like it was Fenton or anything like that. And CJ's looking at the calculators. I'm looking through the mugs. I'm really not seeing anything that interests me. This little blue-green glass thing here, I didn't know what it was, but I did pick it up and look at it. I did not get it because if it's a candle holder, it's only a single, and it wouldn't have a very high resale value. And I don't have, in my following, I don't have that bread and butter item yet that I can just go to and pick up that certain item and I know it's going to sell. So CJ was talking about staples, and I was like, I have them. So we decide we're not going to get anything here, and then I look over here because I see computer cords and parts and things, And I didn't know what Amanda's stepson still needs for the computer he's building. And then I looked in this bag and it had a VGA cord, or if that's what it's called. And I asked CJ if it's what it needed, and he said, no, the monitor you gave me has that. I need this other one that adapts to it so it'll plug into my computer. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what it is. So then the guy come over here and got all up in my space and made me really nervous. And I said, yeah, I think I'm going to step away. So we didn't purchase anything there, but we did go on to the Salvation Army, and we're going to go inside the Salvation Army and see what we can thrift for e-commerce and for you. And I had said something to her, because I was talking about, as if I was doing the video today, and she told me that I was at the wrong place. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm at Salvation Army. So, we're looking through. I'm sorry, I spun around real fast. Amy said something. And I looked, the pink and purple tags were half off. And I told Amy she could go over and look for shorts. And she said, I need to go to the restroom. And I'm like, okay, go to the restroom. I am looking for the Mary Mushroom pattern of items in things. I'm seeing them in other people's videos, but they live out on the East Coast or out on the West Coast, and I'm not finding them in my area. And I have somebody who is requesting the Mary Mushroom items. So if you happen to be in my area and you know where I can find the Mary Mushrooms, please let me know so I can go try to thrift them. We did gain 2 new subscribers yesterday. I will put in the comments or in the description below how many subscribers we're up to. When we get up to 500 subscribers, I will do a drawing for a $100 gift card to thank all of my subscribers. Because I really appreciate it. I'm not monetized on my YouTube at this point. I'm not going to say I won't be, but I am not. Oh, I want to let you know, starting today, I'm going to do, on my YouTube, no, I'm sorry, not YouTube, on my eBay, I'm going to start doing 7-day auctions of 5 to 6 items a week, and I'm going to try to auction them on my eBay. So go over there. It's Get Locker 7. I think it's 7474 on my eBay. I was telling Amy I would so wear those pants if they were not too big for me. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I like them. I like the loud pants. But she's like, well, you're skinny enough to wear them. Oh, please, girl. I am nowhere near skinny. And I absolutely love the feel of this type of leather. I don't know what it is, but I am drawn to it every time I see it. So we're going to go down here and go through the hard goods and see what you've already seen for purchase. They don't have a whole lot. There's not a large turnover in this store of items. This is where I did get an L.E. Smith swung glass vase last fall. And I was so excited about that. I got it for $14. Resold it for $75. pastry stuff here. And I looked at this. You could put 4 little pictures in it. I tried to open it. And then it looks like it's got a place to store other pictures. And I just love these little chocolate bunnies. And the kids are giving each other a hug. I like this little train, but it didn't have, I don't know what ATSF is. I know the SF is Santa Fe, but I don't know what the AT is. And CJ was looking at this little scroll, and he says it says some Fidelity Bank or something. I said, if you turn it over, it says Shockers. And he turned it over, and he's, oh, wow! So, but he wants to go to Emporia State. He was hoping he'd find something in Emporia State. I looked at this little trinket box, and it does look like a project piece from, I think, 97. It's well made. Whoever did it did a good job with it. But that's something that needs to go. And then here's the lower artwork. The trinket box would have to be held till Valentine's. And here's their little angels. And some smaller artwork. I like this little birdhouse picture. I thought it'd do better if you set it up. Is Ann Getty's losing her value? I'm seeing Ann Getty items all over. I looked up and I saw this piece. It has the crossed swords under it. And I did look up that, and that is the German mark. That's all I could find out about it is a German mark. And I couldn't read that, so I think it was from Bavaria. And I did pick this up. It's a little half wall pocket succulent. But unfortunately, I will set it down to look for something else and forget to pick it back up. This is a 25, or there was a 25 and a 50 anniversary cross. There I am, setting it down. I want to show you this little angel. I tried to show it to you the last time I was here because it's a weeble wobble bubble thing. And I didn't have it in frame, so I wanted to show it to you in frame. And I forgot to pick up the little succulent. If Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I really wasn't looking at that. I think I was talking to the kids at the time, and it just happened to focus on that. And then this little wooden plate was, I don't remember, Portugal or something. So then I decided to look through the little artwork, and here's more Ann Getty's. And I do find this little shadow box, and I think, oh, that's so pretty. And I start to get it, and as Emmy's putting it in, the glass slides because it didn't fit right in there, and the flowers came apart. And I touched that with my foot, and it fell over. So I start to look over here at those little angels, and Emmy tells me about the thing and how the flowers came apart. And I said, oh, the glass don't fit right, so let's just put it back. Somebody else might know how to fix it or be able to fix it. So I did see this eucalyptus planter thing, and I think I'll get it when I go around the other side of the aisle. This looked like duct tape over melamine. I could not figure it out. It was like, I was trying to see if I could figure out a name or anything on it. lucky horseshoe. Some seashells. Little teeny tiny fruit. Some very pretty bookends. Avon decanters. I love this little square plate, but I don't know the resale value on it, and I think this is the third time it's been in a video and nobody's asked me to go back and get it, so there's the eucalyptus planter from the other side of the aisle. Knocked the picture over getting it out. It's very pretty. The value on that is $4 because when we got to checkout, she said, $3. We're not paying $3 for that. I'm like, thank you. So I'm going down through the candle area, and I asked CJ to try on a suit coat for the dress that we thought Emmy was going to get for or use for prom, and the one they had was way too big. I will go back and show you. I do not like to alter clothing, so I do not volunteer to alter this. And there's a very pretty green compote, and I'm going back. He said, it's too big, it's a 3X. And I'm like, a 3X? I said, it's not a 3X. So then he puts it on, and I'm going to go back and look at it. But this space was pretty. It had my attention at the moment. And now I think I'm going to go back and look at the jacket on him. See, it's way too big. Okay, Mom, it's way too big. Listen to me, Mom. I thought, how about this one? Well, no, that was a 40-something. More Butch's size than CJ's size. And I didn't like this one at all, but it's more of a sports jacket than a suit jacket, so. And we're taking another look here, and I want to go finish looking at the bases. And this is the bathroom stuff. And I wanted to look at linens. They didn't really have anything in the linens. And over here I found this doily you saw in yesterday's video. It is embroidered and it has little gold colored beads on it with tassels. And I did pick it up for $2.49 or something like that. And then the lamps and the little bits of jewelry that didn't excite me. And then we're in the toy section. I'm looking at games to see if there's anything I'd ask the kids about. And then Emmy's over here looking at florals, and I see this little planter and I think, oh, is that something special? Well, it wasn't. The bottom of it was crazed and it wouldn't be long before it started leaking. Which doesn't matter if a planter leaks because usually they have a hole in the bottom of them anyway. But I don't know. And I was looking at these they're like little lockets. And one of them happened to be out of the package. There's nothing in the front. So I don't know. It was just different. It's like something was missing. Like each one of them should have had a little piece of glass. I did pick up these green florals at 99 cents each. So if you would like to have the green florals, just comment you want the green florals. It got stuck there. And Emmy found this grapevines florals, and I think it was $1.49. Well, it says $5, but it was half off, so that would have been $2.50. So it would be like $5, $2, $3, $4, $5. And then this is out of a magnolia. And then Emmy liked the colors on this, so, but she didn't get it. And then she looked down here, and these florals, I like these red roses. I did get them at 99 cents, so they're valued at $4. And then Emmy liked these little pink flowers at 99 cents, so they were valued at $4. And we're standing there talking, and you're looking at the beautiful dark red roses. And the lady stocking the shelf. I'm sorry, it's early this morning. I'm looking through the books. Emmy saw that tan scarf. They're doing a May Day basket, and she wanted the scarf. I know I talked about these are etched stemless wine glasses. She said, "What is etched?" And I showed her that Peoria, whatever it is etched into the side of the glass. And then I thought this belt would look pretty around Amy's prom dress, and I asked her to try it and see if it would go around her, and it didn't even come close, sadly, because it would have been pretty. But at the end of the day, her mom decided she didn't like the prom dress. She actually told her it made her look fat, and Emmy started crying. She was upset. And I decided right then and there that we would go and try to find her another prom dress. And then I'm looking through the books to see if they have anything on antique glass and pottery. And I'm not finding anything at all. The books are so crammed together. And over here, I did find a couple of books about selling items. See that one is selling out, and this is spin selling. I don't know what spin selling is, so I thought I'd look, and it didn't make sense to me, so I just decided not to get it at the end of the day. And I'm not reading titles, I'm just looking at the titles to see if there's anything that says glass. Looking for keywords. Or as our elementary school teachers would say, sight words. CJ's looking to see if he can find the adapter he needs, which he doesn't even know what size he needs, and I don't want to buy a whole bunch of adapters to find out it's the wrong one. So we are going to go to checkout after I look at these little picture frames, and let's get into the recap. Do something nice for someone, even if it's just make them smile, and get lockered. Thank you. This is a cow ceramic bank that CJ has dibsed. He needed it for his bedroom, I guess. The value on it is $10 to $15. This is a ceramic wall hanging cross. It is in browns and it values between $7 and $13. It is just beautiful. There are no chips and cracks. This is a little wooden box. It looks like chalkboard box on the front, and it has artificial lavender in it, and the value is $5. This is a sprig of larkspur flowers. The value on it is $4. This is one sprig of a green hydrangea with a little bit of pink in the middle. The value on this is $4. This is a red and gold 10-inch cross. It doesn't have any chips or cracks. It came from Hobby Lobby, and the value of it is $7. This is a cobalt blue telly shoulder glass with, which I'm thinking that translates from Norwegian to English as recycled glass with bumps, and the value on this is $6 to $30. This is a coastal seashore shadow box with a beach scene. It's a wall hanging, and the value on this is $9 to $14. This is a cobalt blue Jim Beam decanter with a cork and glass stopper. It values at, it's a 1971 bottle, and it values between $8 and $31. This is a gold tone lovebirds and heart tack pin brooch. It just looks like a hat pin type, and it is just absolutely beautiful. The value on this is $6 to $13.50.